Hey, Bogdan here. Welcome to another video. AI tutoring is a big thing, and you can create a personal AI tutor or AI assistant in your learning. So in this video, we're going to talk about how you can make it personal, how you can make it customized to your own goals, to your own needs. You don't want to use AI as a vending machine where you just put something in and hopefully what you received, you're going to take it at the face value. So let's dive in. AI Tutor Profile. You're going to build the profile that allows you to work with AI in the very customizable fashion. So you're not going to get some random responses. You're going to work the way you would love to work with your personal assistant when you ask questions, when you want to deepen your understanding. So this is how this is important, and hopefully this makes sense by now because you've watched other videos where you were covering mindset setup, where you know which AI prompt to use to start a conversation. Then you understand how to do verification, how to ask a question so that your assistant does not drift, it stays on track with you, helping you to learn. It is not about memorizing stuff, trying to sort of fit your memory inside your mind with all possible knowledge that is available. It is about being smart with utilizing AI as your tool, as your source of information, as your ability to learn any skills you can imagine for that matter. So we will be focusing on utilizing AI in learning mathematics, but this skill is transferable to many areas of life, to many other subject areas for that matter. So AI Tutor Profile, you would learn how to build your personal assistant the way you want, the way it serves you. So why do we want to do it? Because it's personalized. It is consistent with your learning journey. So every one of us has a different style of learning. A different method works for our unique sort of set of skills. And you want to match that with the AI tutor. So when two minds are put together, be achieving impossible almost goals. All right. So your goal is to learn, not to get answers, right? If you understand that, if you really appreciate that, instead of just looking for the fastest answer possible, then you're truly engaging in learning. So what the profile does, set your goals and matches your level of learning. You set the tutor behavior rules, right? You know the rules that we would follow. We talked about it in previous videos. You clearly identify what is allowed when you're being helped with certain topic. And that also takes care of the redundancy, the stuff that is useless when AI is allowed to drift, to invent stuff not relevant to your learning journey. So the non-negotiable tutor rules, you already know, the prompt that you have to always start the chat with. So you're locking the behaviors. You're making sure that your AI is asking questions before explaining. It gives you hits, not just answers. And then before you go further, you state all assumptions you're making, right? So you have to ask them, the machine, I call it, What assumptions are being made? You want to make sure that the assumptions are within the expected objectives of learning. And the most important thing, whether you're learning math or any other concept, you remaining in the driving seat. You are responsible for your own learning. So this is the form of a prompt that you want to establish, and this will be added to the project file, because every time you create a learning environment, you would start a new project. You would provide files that are relevant to the topic of learning, and each chat will be like a subsection of that unit of study, if you will. So you would say that my goal is to learn, and you can be more specific, to learn exponential functions in grade 11 mathematics course, not to get answers. So you're making that distinctions very clear. My level right now is, and you can be very specific. For example, that you have solid skills when it comes to geometry, for example, but you're lacking confidence and skills in word problems because you have difficulties or challenges with interpretation of the word problem and how you start solving the word problem. Just as an example, you're making sure that you stay that you will be asked questions before explaining, right? Before going further, you're making sure that your AI states all the assumptions that are made. You want to clarify that you're going to get hints, not full solutions. Very important. You would be continuing in conversation. You're going to share maybe your work, and you ask, review my steps. Show me where I went wrong, for example. So correct my reasoning, not just results. So you're fully embracing conversation within those parameters. Otherwise, if you start broadening conversation all of a sudden, everything is falling apart. So make sure that you stay on course. If you switch topics, then AI will start new chat, not automatically. At least it should give you a prompt or response, start new chat. This is something new that we are talking about right now. And you're making the acknowledgement that you are responsible for your learning. That's the key. So hopefully this makes sense. Now you understand that building your profile, you're not sharing irrelevant information. Of course, you're not sharing any personal information, private things. Do not do that under any circumstances. So that's sort of maybe it's a given, or you're still not clear about it. But you don't want to say that I have interest in music, jazz music, for example, when you want to learn about mathematics. It is not relevant, so you don't want to state that. But anything that pertains to specific topic, you want to share how much you already know. What is the area that you struggle with? What is the things that you're already excelling? This way, the conversation will be very meaningful and very useful. So consistent tutoring is equal with the quality of the profile that you build. You're stating your clear goals, and you're not asking just to be given answers. You have rules in place so that the drift, inventions, and sort of making things up are out of the picture. And in next video, we're going to show you the prompt ladder so that you're scaffolding the process of learning. So thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with us. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.